Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. The earliest days of my YouTube channel saw me occasionally highlighting articles from news.com whenever they would cover stuff about XRP, despite the fact that they would write the most garbage nonsense crap you could possibly imagine. Absolute and utter contempt for XRP, as well as the usual dreck you'd read about its purported centralization. Consequently, I went from covering them extensively to barely mentioning them after they stopped receiving so much press. I forgot about them for at least a year or two. This headline, however, is what you're seeing right now from Bitcoin.com, and it's a far cry from everything that's come before. Read the headline: 5 more reasons why XRP bull run isn't over. The price of XRP has been on an upward trend recently. Folks, that day would never have crossed my mind. Right now, I don't even trust my own lying eyes. In addition, you already know, it just makes it that much more incredible. A former Ripple and XRP hater who has since changed his mind is featured in the article. What kind of crazy universe do we live in? What I mean to say is that I'll accept this. I'll have one of these. I began to cheer because it's a light-hearted topic of conversation. As another example, consider this daily HODL headline: the analytics firm Glassnode reports that Bitcoin is showing remarkable strength as its adoption rate rises. I already mentioned the FOMC and the 25 basis point increase in the federal funds rate in a different video, and I don't want to devote too much time to those topics here, but I thought I'd mention them in case anyone brought them up. This is just my opinion on the matter. Indeed, it's not hard to see how the market reacted. At the end of the day, we saw a decline, but crypto has been on an overall upward trend this year, and there are always corrections in this market. Indeed, they qualify here. Yes, of course it's because of Jerome Powell and all that nonsense he says, but I'll tell you what, it's just amazing how the price of Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency that's supposed to be independent from the events of the legacy financial system, is consistently dependent on the events of the legacy financial system in terms of fear and actual adoption and stuff like that. But I should mention that this is only temporary. When seemingly mundane things occur, investors often panic. I'm not going to repeat myself. So, I won't go into detail about what transpired today other than to say that markets forget this kind of thing, their corrections take place, and we continue to the upside. But the fact that XRP has been on a tear as of late with a massive run of about 30% the other day from low to high isn't the only thing I find intriguing and want to discuss in this article. In any case, it's not just that Bitcoin has astounding metrics, it also leads markets generally. And so Glassnode, an on-chain analytics firm I'm a big fan of, they cited some very specific things and the behavior that we're seeing on the Bitcoin blockchain, leading the network, leading to all our altcoins becoming way more valuable. They are very upbeat and have brought to light some fascinating facts that you should be aware of. But before I go any further, I do want to clarify something. In terms of money, I have no prior experience. Nothing I say or write should be taken as recommendations to buy or sell any security. My interest in crypto is purely academic, and I enjoy making videos on YouTube about related topics in my spare time. Alright, so fine. Like I said, markets down: XRP 42 cents, Bitcoin at $27,369. In the short term. I never pretend to know where the bottoms are, but the good news is, at least for me anyway, for my investing model, I don't have to care. I find it interesting because, yes, this is a strong interest that I have in life called a hobby. Call it whatever the hell you want. I do so for the aforementioned reasons, but it has no real bearing on my investment strategy as a whole, as I tend to do nothing further with my holdings for years after making an initial purchase. So far, I've been very pleased with the results. However, I'd like to broach this topic in regards to the bullish trend in XRP. Now, here's a news item from the world of cryptocurrencies. Ripple's CEO expects a victory in the company's ongoing legal battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). So here's a photo of Messari CEO, Ryan Selkis. And you know, I've never spoken to this guy in my entire life, but there was back in early 2018, and I think we may have even crossed paths. I forget what the topic of discussion was, but he clearly had some issues with certain individuals in the XRP community. All I can recall is clicking the like button on somebody else's comment. I didn't even start talking before he blocked me. His historical contempt and loathing for the XRP community is therefore considerable. Generally speaking, it has been a little bit above average. It was nice to see him and hear him wish Ripple well in the SEC versus Ripple case. The CEO of crypto data and research platform Messari has thrown his support behind Ripple and the XRP ledger, which has caused excitement and surprise among the XRP community. After a long legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission over whether XRP is a security, Ryan Selkis tweeted yesterday that he is more on board with Ripple than ever before. In addition, he hoped that such a result would allow the XRP ledger to compete fairly, as a digital payments network. Here's Ryan Selkis' tweet, by the way. And I still can't view it on Twitter because, for some reason, he considers me to be a malicious, unsavory member of the XRP community who liked something he didn't like. Never, ever, ever, never. He had no interest in that kind of life. Even though I hadn't yet uploaded any videos to YouTube, I had already been using Twitter for a couple of months. But in any case, his tweet is included below. I was able to find it in an article. He admitted that he had previously been critical of Ripple, but now felt closer to the company than ever before. The XRP ledger should be allowed to compete fairly in digital payments on a global scale, and Ripple should prevail in the overreaching XRP SEC case. The need is real, people. He's finally admitting that there's a genuine community, demand, and adoption. After years of calling it trash and garbage, it finally became trash and garbage. I'll tell you what, It's great that he's finally seen the light. Kudos to him for finally understanding what we already knew. Most of us knew at least 5 years ago. Congratulations. In all seriousness, I do mean that. Given his track record, I'll tell you why I've been avoiding reading anything he's written ever since I stumbled upon this thread from Messari, whom I'm not blocked from. Ryan Selkis is the only person preventing me from accessing the forum. I came across this yesterday morning and I got to admit I rolled my eyes. Oh, what is this nonsense from I'm so sorry about XRP, I thought. What is he going to be talking about? But after finishing it, I thought, that's pretty damn accurate. Featuring a bunch of neat stuff mentioned on news, which has a checkered past. That means we arrived at the party ahead of schedule. After some investigation, we determined that this has substantial worth. The ideology of others was a driving force. But if they've caught up this far, I say, hey, have a seat, they are late to the party. Yeah, I'm saying exactly that. That's my take on it, anyway. In the end, it's quite intriguing. I suppose it's funny in a way, but I'm just relieved they showed up and figured it out. What is causing XRP upward trend? Is a subheading in a news article. Of course, they also reference Ripple. And, fair enough, as I do think there are a lot of individuals and entities that have placed their bets based on, all the pre-trial stuff in the SEC v Ripple case. However, they subsequently added the following. Messari, a market research firm, found that the XRP ledger aims to provide a digital payment infrastructure not just for individuals but also for pre-existing financial entities like central banks, despite facing external pressure from US regulatory authorities over the potential classification of XRP as a security. For some reason, covering a news story feels very surreal to me. I remember the last time I did it, and the reason I'm keeping it a secret isn't to embarrass myself. All of this is completely new ground. It's never happened before. I'm back to writing about news, and this time I'm not making jokes about it. For example, the current situation. The world has turned upside down with cats befriending canines. Honestly, I have no idea. Anyway, peace continues. As can be seen in the preceding chart, there has been a dramatic increase in the use of the XRP ledger since February, which is thought to have contributed to the price increase of XRP. More organizations and people may be using the XRP ledger for cross-currency transactions and other use cases, which may be increasing demand for the token. Newsbeck, you get an A+ for this one, you totally get it. Oh my god. Now you see that XRP can be put to use, it's a revelation. Oh, I've only known that for a little more than 5 years. Here and now. Here and only here. In any case, for those of you who are interested in taking a peek at your screen, here is a chart compiled by Mazzari. It's a lot of fun to visually observe the adoption in terms of new account creation, represented by the pink area. That's the sum of all the accounts, then? The blue area, meanwhile, simply displays the daily total of new accounts. You can see peaks and other such things when there is exuberance in crypto markets in general, and there are some other outlier instances that led to various jumps, which I've talked about in other videos. So I don't want to wander too far from the well-trodden path. Yet, take a look at that. From 1 million or so users in February of this year to nearly 5 million users now, that's a huge jump. The trend remains unchanged. The rate of uptake continues to rise steadily. This is not some made-up concept, it has actually existed for the past decade. So, it's great to see this actually happening. It's a nice gesture from the heart. In any case, peace keeps the XRP demand surge going strong. If more people start using Ledger, there will be more people wanting to buy XRP, which could push the price of XRP above 50 cents. The cost is expected to rise. This is unbelievable, but they actually wrote something. I can't believe it. Indeed, that is consistent with the facts and makes perfect sense. So they started to put pen to paper. And as news spreads about how XRP, Ledger could completely transform the global financial system, more and more people may want to buy it, driving up its value even more. The sin hymns to the infant Jesus. My eyes literally don't believe what they are seeing. The fact that I stumbled upon this page fills me with joy. Yes, it's great that you've realized what the rest of us have known for a long time. XRP has the potential to be worth a fortune compared to its current price. People have gotten rich off of it before, sometimes very rich. However, from this point forward, I will not be offering price forecasts. I have no clue what will occur. To me, though, it's inconceivable that XRP won't eventually set a new record high. If the worst happens in the United States, I know that Ripple will still exist. Keep using XRP outside of the US, and every other developer, builder, and person who finds value in XRP will also keep using it. Adoption will therefore continue even if price is criticized for a while. It's so obvious that there must be some impediment to that happening, like, something that would make it fundamentally less useful for people to that. So, in the immediate sense, that and this. That's some really fascinating information. Additionally, here is a headline from the Daily HODL relating to Bitcoin's chain metrics and similar topics. Signaling Bitcoin transactions according to Glassnode, a data analytics company, this resilience has been remarkably consistent despite a rapid increase in adoption. Market research firm Glassnode claims the Bitcoin network is particularly robust in two respects. Bitcoin transactions have increased to a level not seen since April of 2021, according to a new report by analytics firm Glassnode. This is just a friendly reminder to everyone. At that point, XRP had already reached its $2 cycle high. When exactly did Bitcoin reach its highest value ever? It was enough to make you say, oh, that's what it was if your memory serves you correctly. So, if I'm not mistaken, it reached the six-figure range, or somewhere around the middle six-figure range, in May of 2021, before experiencing a rough summer and finally hitting another one in November. To top it all off, it was only a hair higher than that. Still, most coins saw their heaviest trading volume at the beginning of the year. That's why it's important to realize that the current situation is unlike anything we've seen in the past 2 years when considering on-chain metrics. That's a fascinating fact. This occurrence is extremely unusual. This is important, so please hear me out. So, I'll just leave you with a quote from Glassnode. This week's 309,500 daily transactions represent a significant increase over the yearly average and the highest monthly average since April 2021. Bitcoin transactions have been high on only 12.2% of all days. Generally speaking, this is a good indicator. Quotation ends. The analytics firm also claims that the number of new users joining the Bitcoin network is skyrocketing, with daily additions of over 120,000, a level only previously seen at the peaks of the two previous bull runs. That's right, 120,000 brand new Bitcoin buyers per day. You can give it any name you like, new users. This is a significant amount. That's definitely not the norm. As in, is it common to have that many cycles in a day? The fact that it doesn't is part of what makes this so fascinating. In the end, events like these often signal the start of major price shifts. So, I'm guessing you already knew that. However, consider this citation. Our sophisticated clustering algorithms allow us to make a best guess at the total number of new users on-chain. There are now more than 122,000 new entities added every day, with only 2% of days seeing higher rates of new user adoption, primarily during the peak in 2017 and the 2020-2021 bull run. What do you think of that? We consider the current state of affairs, and while it's fine, we're still waiting to see price action that's even more spectacular. But I haven't seen that indicator for a few years now. Just 6 weeks earlier, in December of 2017, I had only invested a total of around $1,500 in cryptocurrencies. At the time, Bitcoin had just reached its all-time high of nearly $20,000, just a hair shy of its current value. How fortunate we are to be living now. Or, man, here we go again. Because of this, I'll repeat myself one more time. My investment strategy is great because I just buy and then try to ignore my feelings. Time passes, and problems resolve themselves. I think it's pretty cool. What I'm trying to say is that it's been useful to me. Whatever I don't tell you to buy, sell, or hold is what you should do. You can act however you like. What I've been doing seems to be effective. As for me, it has been effective. I don't offer financial advice because I'm not a professional in that field. Nothing I say or write should be used as a basis for making financial decisions. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.